This is Warlock with All We Are. I have this on a VHS tape from back in the day, kid you not. And this was the song I always remembered from them. Tuning is standard. It seems like almost a slight quarter step different, but it's standard is where you're going to want to go with this. CVT Guitar Lesson for Dave. Dave, you threw a curveball, man. But it's still a blonde woman, so we're in the same kind of category here. Great song, cool riffs here. You're gonna start with, I always call these the smoke on the water style chords. It's 2nd fret A and D, so a lot of little bar things going on. You're gonna go 2 5 2, and then 2 DG to 2 AD, and then 4 DG to 2 AD. That gives you, okay, short rest, and then palm mute an E5 power chord 7 times. That's open E, 2nd fret A. And then you start it over, you alter it a little bit. 2 5 2, and then 5 DG, 2 AD to 4 DG. Then the 2 AD. That kind of sums up that one. So you got one going, and then one going. Okay, but after this one, you'll rest, palm mute the E power chord 4 times, and then go to a 5A, 7D. That's a D power chord, slide to 7 9, and then right back to the D power chord. And then a little tough to hear in the mix right here, but 2 5 2. Then, as if you're starting over kind of here with the E power chord, rest, and then 1 2 3 4 5 6, so 7 times again on the E power chord. So it's like a repeat of that second one, basically. At the end of it, when you go to the D power chord, the part that goes right there, you'll whammy bar vibrato. Okay. And I've always liked whammy barring vibrato on a chord. Just, it sounds really cool. And there's only 2 ways, right? Vibrato bar or manually with the fingers. Okay, so moving on. That was section 1A, coming in at 56 seconds. Section 1B, 1:13, is the verse. And there's a couple things I want to point out in this. Going to go a little more specific on something. The E power chord, just let it ring. And then a C, 3A, 5D, triplet, down, up, down. Think triplet again, but start with a mute and then the chord on the up, down. But it's a G power chord, 3E, 5A, you'll go. Here it is slow. It's a little detail, and if it drives you crazy, just do it like the last one. But that little mute is just kind of a feel thing. They're probably not even thinking about it, but a D to an E power chord, that's 5 7 AD to 7 9, and then start it over. Okay, E, G, E. section 1C, a minute 27 in. This is the chorus. Open 2 EA to 3/5 to open 2. This is interesting. Palm mute the E power chord 5 times, and then open E palm muted, and you'll go 7 AD to an open E palm mute to 5 AD to open E palm mute. So you'll go. So you got the 5, or yeah. It's like starting over with a different chord. 5/7 AD, 10/12, and 5/7 D, G, and D. Okay, when you come off of that, you'll palm mute the root note, the 5A, triplet down, up, down. You'll go. So triplet, and then hit the power chord, slide to 7/9, and then go back to the D and E. So it's and then a little slide. 2 times of all that, second time no star, which is almost everything. You'll just take off the, instead of going, you'll be going, substitute the last 2 chords with 5/7 DG, 7/9 AD. Alright, that's it. Another slide off the E. Repeats come in at a minute 42, and then 2 minutes and 11 seconds in we have section 2A. 3A, 5D, it's a C power chord, and it's just 16th notes. You're going down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, times 4. Okay, if you have to count it, you can kind of accent it on the count 1 of each one. Now they're not doing that, but that's to help you if you need it to count it. In the big picture, just so it's like 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, top of page 3. You go 2/5/2 AD. It's like the beginning. So it's, you'll mute down up on the A and D string, and then 2 AD, 4 DG, 2 AD, and then 2/5/2 with the mutes again. And then 2 AD to 4 DG. Then back to the C chord, same thing. 2/4 AD, it's a long rest. 4, 5, 6, 3, 2 on the low E, leading into the solo, which is a pinch harmonic 2G, bend, release, bend, vibrato. Hold on. Then, that's supposed to be right before the solo here, I believe, because it's not the solo yet. At 250, this is the rhythm for the solo. Rhythm for the solo. Don't worry about that pinch harmonic thing. That's guitar 2 that we're going to be doing. So the rhythm behind the solo is at 2 minutes 26 seconds is this. Usually a band will use a rhythm that's already in the song. They created a rhythm for it, which is cool. I like when that happens. 7/9 E or A and D, so it's an E power chord. And then 3 times, and then 7/7, short rest. And then 7/9, palm mute the open E 3 times, 7/9 AD, open E palm mute once. Sounds like this. And then 7/7 twice, 7/9 twice. Open E. So you have 5/7 AD 4 times or 3 times. It's like doing the same thing, you're just a whole step back to the 5/5, right? 1, 2, 3, lift, short rest, back to 5/7. Palm you the open E twice, and then you're gonna go 5/7, slide to 7/9. Palm mute the open E, and then hit the 7/9 AD. You do that 2 times. That's what he's soloing over. 241. So we're on guitar 1 for all of this. 241, section 2B, 3/5 A and D string. That's our C power chord, and it's the down up down up down up down up times 2. Same thing on the 5/7. Okay, 16th note rhythm. You'll go. So it's an open E, just a groove they're doing, and you'll hear it because the whole band's kind of just with it. And then 5/7 AD, another hit, again, 7/9, slide. Do that 2 times. Oops. Two times total. 259 time stamp, you do section 1C, fade to end. Alright? Then section, or guitar 2 comes in. First thing you'll hear is whammy bar. You're going to come up, vibrato, then down on the E string. It comes in at 58 seconds. In other words, I'm going to use like my middle finger to kind of pluck it, but I'm going to have it the bar down a little, bring it up, vibrato it, and then dive bomb it. And it does it again. Okay. Then 9G, 810B, bend. You'll go. Or 7G, slide to 9. Wait. Vibrato, whammy swoop up, 8B and 7B. In other words, I'm not even going to pick the note. I'll just go. So I'm going, and then pick 7G. Alright, page 4. No, this is 2, 3, 4. I got it misprinted. 2, 3, and 4 more of the solo. 9G, vibrato. 810B, bend release. 15B, bend. Solo at 236 is the main solo. 15B, bend release. You're going to go bend, hold, release. And then bend, whammy, vibrato. And then whammy, swoop up to 12G. And then 14D. So now, once again, I won't have to pick it. I'll go hammer. I'm not picking that. I can't do that and hold the bar. And plus, that's just not how it's done. So 15B, bend release. Unison bend. 12E, 15B twice. Vibrato the second one. Whammy flutter. Now, I can't get my bar to stay in place, but basically what it is this different ways to do it, but I don't have the bushing's wearing out in this, but if I can keep it right here, I would flutter the 12th fret G by taking my fingers here And once again, I won't have to pick the note. And it shakes the whammy bar and the strings and gives it what I call a flutter. So it's WF for whammy flutter. And the 14th fret. And then 14th fret bend. And then another bend vibrato. I'll fix this bushing because I want to do some lessons on the flutter thing. I miss being able to do that. 12, 14 on the G, bend release. You'll go 12, 14, GD vibrato. Okay, moving on. 2 minutes, 33 seconds. It's like a sweep. 16G, 15B and E, and then 19B. 17D, 16G, 17B, vibrato. So you have, oops, twice. Okay, and then second time no star. Instead, you're going to do the 17B step and a half bend vibrato to that note. 20B, middle finger, 1922E. And you'll bend, hold, release, bend. So that's 22. Bend, vibrato. 19. You're gonna pick, vibrato. 20, vibrato. 22, bend, release, bend, vibrato. So you have like